Ron Edmonds' quote really spoke to me. Successfully teaching all children is a challenge in the age of high-stakes testing. The state expects students to all be equal despite varying abilities, learning styles, cultural backgrounds, and socioeconomic status. My friend Danielle Welch, an ELA teacher, says it's as if they are all climbing to the top of a hill, yet one path is covered in rocks and rivers, while the others have a smooth path. As teachers, we provide scaffolding for those students who struggle, but despite the effort, some students fall through the cracks. In my current district, we spend tutorial time with students who show potential to move to approaches or meets on the STAR test. But the other students do not receive additional tutoring because it will not help the school district's grade. However, at my last school, we only focused on the struggling students, so the gifted students were not challenged or pushed to the next level. This bothers me deeply because all students deserve an opportunity to improve and reach their goals. I also feel as if Edmund wants us to look at whether our passion is teaching, or do we just want the paycheck? The teacher in the Jeff Bliss video obviously did not care about reaching all students. Jeff Bliss points this out when he is irate over the fact that he missed out on learning opportunities in her class. Unfortunately, even teachers who want to teach all students successfully struggle to do so due to spending their time teaching to the test. I am blessed with teaching pre-AP students. These students prove their giftedness every day. I feel as if I'm holding them back because I am made to teach to the test. Many of these students could become published writers. However, we only focus on expository writing geared toward the state. When I am teaching a non-tested subject, I find myself becoming passionate about teaching. My creativity for presenting the information and challenging students shines through, but the high-stakes testing stifles that creativity. Therefore, students miss out on memorable, passionate learning. When teaching a non-tested subject, I know I must cover the TEKS, but I have more freedom and flexibility to do it. On page 106, Wiggins tells us essential questions aim to stimulate thought, to provoke inquiry, and to spark more questions. The beauty of using the essential question is that it meets every student's needs because each student approaches the question with the knowledge and skills they have, while the teacher scaffolds by asking more essential questions that help bring the struggling students up and take the gifted students above and beyond. I remember finding myself caught up in the joy of learning in 6th grade. My teacher challenged us to write a play after studying Greek mythology. My partner and I created not only a play, but a drama, complete with costumes, which required more research on our part and work outside of school. Understanding by Design tells us on page 89 that interpretation includes telling a good story, both enlightens and engages. It helps us remember and connect. Being able to use our strengths, yet work on each of our levels, helped motivate us to succeed. More recently, I attended the workshop by the co-founder of Project ARC, Dana Lauer. She taught us her method by taking us through the authentic, relevant, complex learning process. Afterward, I found myself researching the new method and creating my own lessons for my classroom over the summer before the next school year. Throughout this process, I was using self-knowledge. On page 100, Wiggins tells us, through self-knowledge, we also understand what we do not understand, which is metacognition. When we teach students how they learn and to ask themselves questions as they learn, they become lifelong learners. Lauer taught us to introduce students to the essential question at the beginning of the unit. This concept was new to me, but after I put it into practice, I found it to be a vital part of the learning process. Because, as Wiggins tells us on page 107, good questions spark meaningful connections with what we bring to the classroom from prior classes and our own life experience. Both the 6th grade experience and learning the ARC lessons helped me internalize the information and find the joy not only in learning, but in teaching as well.